If you're 65 to 80, stop doing this now. The silent health dangers you're ignoring. There's something terrifying happening each morning across the world, but it's not loud, it doesn't scream, it whispers, quietly. Silently. It chips away at the health of millions over the age of 65, and worst of all, they don't even realize it. Let me ask you something. When you wake up in the morning, what do? Do you reach for your phone? Do you sit still on the edge of the bed for 10, 20, maybe even 30 minutes? Do you skip breakfast because you don't feel hungry, or maybe you just sip coffee to get moving? These things may seem harmless, but they are not. In fact, these quiet habits are silently harming your health, every single day, and by the time the damage shows up, it's often too late. I've spent over 35 years as a physician and researcher, working with elderly patients from all walks of life. I've seen strong men lose their legs, sharp women slip into forgetfulness, not because of age, but because of what they repeated, mindlessly, each morning. The truth is, your morning is a mirror. It reflects the life you're building, or the one you're slowly losing. But here's the beautiful part. You can change that, no matter your age, even if you're 70, 75, or 80, the body still listens, it still responds, if you learn how to speak its language again. In this journey, we're going to uncover the 6 most dangerous morning habits that quietly destroy your energy, your memory, your strength, and even your spirit. We'll not only expose the dangers, but I'll show you how to reverse them, with simple, powerful changes you can begin tomorrow morning, because the way you start your day is the way your life unfolds. Welcome to the truth they never told you about aging. This is senior wisdom, and your mornings are about to transform. The alarm doesn't ring anymore, you simply open your eyes, the room is quiet, the light through the window is soft, you sit up slowly, if you sit up at all, and then you stay there, still, for minutes. Sometimes for half an hour, and in that stillness, something begins to die. You don't feel it right away, but your blood thickens just slightly, your joints stiffen a little more, your mind drifts, not forward, but backward, and without realizing it, your body begins rehearsing the rhythm of decay. This is the first mistake most people over 65 make. Morning stillness, not the peaceful kind, the dangerous kind. You see, when we were younger, mornings had movement. You rushed. You dressed. You stepped into the world, but with retirement, with age, with solitude, the urgency faded, and in its place, a dangerous habit formed, inactivity as ritual, sitting on the bed, staring at the floor, letting the muscles forget their purpose, letting the blood flow slow, letting the breath become shallow. Here's what you need to know. After the age of 65, the human body begins to lose muscle mass rapidly, not over decades, but over months. It's called sarcopenia, and it starts silently. The less you move in the morning, the faster it sets in. Your balance weakens, your legs shrink, your risk of falling doubles, and one fall, one broken hip, can change the rest of your life. But here's the good news, it doesn't take an hour-long workout, it doesn't take a gym. All it takes is 5 intentional minutes, before you reach for your phone, before you turn on the news, before you even brush your teeth. Give your body the signal, we are alive today. Try this tomorrow morning. Sit up. Breathe deeply. Rotate your ankles and wrists, roll your shoulders. Stretch your spine, stand up slowly. March in place, let your feet feel the floor, let the light touch your face. This is not exercise, this is awakening. Movement is the first medicine your body asks for. Deny it, and you invite decline. Answer it, and you begin to heal. One of my patients, Mr. Tran, was 78 when he came to see me. He hadn't fallen yet, but he told me, "Doctor, my legs feel like they're not mine anymore." I asked him what his mornings looked like. He said, "I wake up. I sit. I wait for the energy to come." I looked him in the eyes and said, "The energy is not coming, you have to create it." We built a 5-minute morning routine. Simple movements. Gentle steps. 3 months later, he walked into my office taller, And smiling, "It's strange," he said, "but I feel younger before breakfast now than I did all day before." Don't let stillness steal your strength. Don't let the day begin in surrender. Begin it with movement, no matter how small, because at your age, movement isn't just health, it's defiance, it's dignity, it's the declaration that you are still here, and you're not done yet. There's a moment. Just after waking, when the body waits, it doesn't ask for noise, it doesn't ask for screens, it asks for water. You see, after 7 to 8 hours of sleep, your body is in a state of quiet dehydration, your cells are thirsty, your brain, made of nearly 75% water, is slower, stickier, duller, your blood is thicker, your joints are stiffer, your kidneys are working harder, and your heart is pumping against resistance. Yet what do most people over 65 do when they wake up? Nothing. They skip water, they go straight to coffee, or they wait until thirst becomes unbearable, a thirst they've stopped recognizing. Because with age, the thirst signal weakens. That's right, just because you don't feel thirsty, doesn't mean your body isn't screaming for hydration. Dehydration in seniors is silent, but deadly. It increases your risk of stroke, kidney failure, constipation, brain fog, and even falling. Just a 2% drop in hydration can impair memory and concentration. And here's something most doctors won't tell you: many cases of early dementia aren't dementia at all, they're just long-term dehydration. Think about that. A dry brain is a dying brain. But here's the miracle: you can change it tomorrow morning, not with a pill, not with a machine, but with a single, sacred ritual: warm water. First thing, when you wake. Before coffee, before food, before anything, pour yourself a glass of warm water, not cold, not sugary, just clean, warm water. Add a few drops of lemon if you like, maybe a pinch of natural sea salt to support your adrenals. Drink it slowly, feel it reach every part of you, let it become your morning blessing. Because water is not just a liquid, it's a signal to your body: life continues. I remember a woman named Maria, age 74, sharp mind in her youth, now struggling with names, with thoughts, with clarity. Doctors were ready to label it cognitive decline. But I asked her one question: "Maria, how much water do you drink before noon?" She looked down, smiled awkwardly. "Maybe a cup of coffee. Nothing else." We began a simple practice: 1 glass of warm water upon waking, another mid-morning, a third before lunch. 3 months later, her words came back. Her eyes looked clearer. She said, "Doctor, it's like my mind woke up with me. So many seniors think aging means fading. But often, it's just drying out." Restore the water, and you restore the wisdom. Don't wait until thirst forces you to act. Begin each morning with the elixir your body has waited all night for. Simple, pure, powerful, water. It smells like comfort, it tastes like routine, it feels like the start of the day. But for millions of older adults, that morning cup of coffee, taken on an empty stomach, is not a ritual, it's a ritual of destruction. For decades, you've heard, coffee is good for energy, good for focus, even for longevity. That may be partly true, but context matters. And here's what too many forget: at your age, your stomach no longer has the same armor it once had. The lining is thinner, the digestive acids fluctuate, the balance of bacteria is more fragile, and when you pour coffee, acidic, caffeinated, dehydrating, into an empty system, you set off a silent chain reaction. That one innocent cup spikes cortisol, your stress hormone, weakens your insulin response, increasing blood sugar swings, strips the stomach of protective mucus, irritates the gut lining, causing acid reflux, bloating, even ulcers, and worst of all, it sends a panic signal to your adrenals: fight or flight, before you've even eaten, and you wonder why by 10 a.m., you feel anxious, shaky, irritable, or completely drained. But you don't need to quit coffee forever. No, coffee is not the enemy, the timing is. If you truly enjoy your morning cup, here's what I want you to do. First, hydrate. 1 glass of warm water as we learned. Then, nourish, even a small handful of nuts, a slice of banana, a spoonful of oats, something real, something to tell your gut, we are ready. and only then, enjoy your coffee, sip it slowly, let it enhance you, not harm you. There was a retired teacher I once knew, Mr. Howard. He drank his coffee every morning at 6 a.m., nothing else till noon. He came to me at age 72, exhausted, jittery, with heartburn he couldn't explain. We made one simple change, a few almonds and half a boiled egg before his first sip. 3 weeks later, he said, "Doctor, I still love my coffee. But now, it loves me back." It's not about giving up the things you enjoy, it's about reteaching the body how to receive them. At your age, every detail matters, especially the small ones that happen every day. So tomorrow, before you reach for that comforting cup, ask yourself, have I honored my body first? If not, even the warmest cup can become the coldest harm. It looks innocent, sweet, familiar, the toast with jam, the low-fat yogurt with fruit, the cereal that promises whole grain and energy. But don't let the pretty labels fool you, because these breakfasts, yes, the very ones we were told are healthy, may be silently aging you from the inside out. This is the sugar illusion, a trick played by the food industry, and a trap that far too many seniors walk into every single morning. Let me explain. When you eat sugar, especially refined sugar, first thing in the morning, your blood glucose spikes, your insulin floods in to bring it down. An hour later, your sugar crashes, leaving you tired, foggy, hungry again. And what do you reach for? More sugar. Slight musical build, rhythm of rising tension. This roller coaster doesn't just steal your energy, it destroys your metabolism. Over time, it causes insulin resistance, inflammation in the joints, accelerated wrinkling of the skin, damage to brain tissue, and a higher risk of Alzheimer's, what some now call type 3 diabetes. I once asked a group of my elderly patients to write down their breakfast routine. The list was nearly identical across the board: toast, jam, juice, coffee, maybe yogurt, maybe cereal. Sounds harmless, right? But here's what I told them: you just started your day with a full dessert course. It's not your fault. For decades, we were misled. They told us fat was the enemy, so food companies stripped the fat and pumped in sugar to make it taste better. They sold us light, low-fat, heart-healthy lies, and we believed them. But now, it's time to wake up. So what should breakfast look like after 60? 3 words: fiber, fat, protein, not sugar that burns in minutes, but fuel that lasts hours. Here's a simple switch: instead of cereal, try warm oats with chia seeds and cinnamon. Instead of toast and jam, try avocado on sprouted grain bread with an egg. Instead of juice, eat the whole fruit with a handful of walnuts. These are not just meals, they are messages to your body. Messages that say, I want to stay sharp, I want to stay strong, I want to stay here. I remember a woman named Evelyn, 68 years old. She told me, "Doctor, I feel older than my age. I wake up tired. I forget things. And I crash by 11 a.m. We looked at her breakfast: cereal, toast, orange juice. I said gently, "Evelyn, you're fueling a Ferrari with soda." She laughed. But she listened. We changed her morning plate. 3 weeks later, she came back smiling. "My energy lasts longer than my husband now," she said. And guess what? She whispered, "Even my wrinkles look better." You don't need to give up flavor. You just need to stop choosing fake fuel, because sugar may taste like life, but over time, it takes it. Choose breakfasts that build you, not break you. Nourish your mornings like they matter, because they do. You wake up, you reach for the pillbox. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 1 tablet for the heart, 1 for the blood pressure, 1 for the bones. You swallow them with a quick sip of water, before breakfast, before walking, before thinking, and just like that, another silent mistake has begun. You see, medications are not just chemicals, they are messages to your body, and if you deliver that message at the wrong time, the body misreads it. The result? Dizziness, low blood pressure, nausea, falls, poor absorption, liver overload, and, over time, a slow erosion of your strength. Here's the truth no one told you: the same pill can heal you or harm you, depending on when and how you take it. Let's talk examples. Blood pressure medication: take it too early, before hydration, before food, and you risk fainting or fatigue before noon. Thyroid hormones: these must be taken on an empty stomach, but at least 30 to 60 minutes before food. Calcium or iron supplements: never take them with coffee, tea, or high-fiber cereal. It blocks their absorption completely. And perhaps the greatest danger of all: mixing multiple medications without checking for interactions. Did you know that grapefruit can amplify the effect of statins, turning a normal dose into a toxic overload? Or that combining certain anti-inflammatories with blood thinners can silently raise your risk of internal bleeding? I've seen it more times than I can count. Seniors walking into my clinic with fatigue, brain fog, irregular heartbeat, thinking it's just old age, but sometimes it's not age, it's mismanaged medication. There was a man named Frank, 76 years old, retired fireman, strong all his life, but lately, he said, "Doctor, I feel like I'm fading. Can't even walk across the kitchen without getting dizzy." We reviewed his meds. He was taking 5 pills first thing in the morning, all with 1 sip of cold coffee. No food, no water, no timing consideration. We adjusted the plan, split the doses, moved some to evening, added hydration. 2 weeks later, he walked in smiling, "Doctor, I feel like I've been rebooted." You don't need to fear your medications, but you must respect them. They're not just routines, they're instruments, and you are the conductor. So here's what I recommend. Make a medication map, know what each pill does, when to take it, and what to avoid with it. Use a full glass of room temperature water, not coffee. Don't take pills lying down. Sit or stand to help absorption. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about timing. Don't guess, and most of all, listen to your body. If something feels wrong, it usually is. Your golden years should not be dulled by chemical confusion. With the right knowledge, your medicine can become your ally again, not your silent enemy. All it takes is attention and timing. You've woken up, not just to the day, but to the truth that your mornings can shape your destiny, that the way you treat your body at sunrise sets the tone for everything that follows. And for those of you over 65, it's not just about adding more years, it's about adding more life to those years. This is the wise awakening, the moment when you reclaim your mornings, not as a routine, but as a ritual of renewal. A chance to honor yourself before the world demands anything from you. You now know the power of hydration, of nourishment, of timing. You've learned that small changes can yield powerful transformations, and most importantly, you've learned that it's never too late to take control. The next time you wake up, remember, hydrate first. Nourish your body with what it craves, not what it's been trained to desire. Move slowly and mindfully into your day, and remember, coffee is not a race to the finish line, it's a companion, but only after you've truly nourished your body. Imagine, just for a moment, imagine waking up every morning feeling refreshed, strong, and clear-headed. Imagine looking in the mirror and seeing vitality, not just in your reflection, but in your spirit. This can be your reality. But it all starts with one thing: the choices you make today. So here's what I want you to do right now. Take a deep breath. Decide, today will be the day you make your mornings matter. And if you found value in what you learned today, don't keep it to yourself. Share this wisdom with those who need it. Like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more content that helps you thrive in your golden years. Because together, we can rewrite the story of aging, not as something to fear, but as something to embrace. Thank you for listening. Here's to your healthiest, most vibrant mornings yet, because you are worth it.